Crombie Realty, broker in charge, and here with another weekly message on Ask Doug. So today I thought I would talk a bit about thoughts on how to manage your maintenance problems. So maintenance for property management, for your rental, management for your home or condo that you live in. And you need to change your thoughts to realize that it's an ongoing issue that can never be solved. It's a process. And it's a real big concept because you can't ever solve it. It's never going to go away. The toilets are always going to stop working. The electronics are always going to go on the fritz. It's there's just too many variables, and it's not controllable. So the only thing you can control is yourself and your thought process and how you deal with the things that come up. So that's probably the biggest thing to take away from here is realizing that it's a process that never stops. So if you have an investment and you're renting it and you just can't stand doing all the fixing and you don't know who to call, and maybe you need to if it's a big job, you might need to get a couple of quotes, and it's just an endless process, and that might be too much after a while. But instead of selling your property, maybe you want to consider having a property manager that deals with it so you don't have to do anything anymore, and then let the property manager deal with the process. So, I see so many homes. You drive through just about every single neighborhood, and you always see many homes that the weeds are maybe even taller than the home. Nothing's been done. It hasn't been painted for 25 years. And, these are all maintenance problems, and it's not happening. So what happens there is instead of spending 100, 200, 500, 10,000 to get the place painted, 20,000, none of it's done, but the investment just runs into the ground, literally, and you lose 50 to 60% of the value of the property, and maybe the home has to be torn down and you have to start over. So you're only selling for land value. So again, property manager, don't do it, but keep it going. And if you're in a house and you can't keep it going, then you should sell it. And if you don't have the money for it, sell it and go into a condo, and at least that's a lot cheaper than having a home and yard and plumbing and doing that all on your own. So another issue on that is if you are dealing with a property manager, you need to have authority for the manager to spend money on your behalf, and maybe have a threshold of $500 or $1,000 to get things done, and allow the property manager to have the discretion of whether it needs to be done or not. So, for example, hot water heater rusts out, there's water everywhere. All of those things need to be taken care of instantly. You've got water, you don't get rid of it, then mold can start. It just gets worse and worse. So you want to give the discretion of spending the money to the property manager to get things done. If it goes over your dollar threshold, then at least you confer and make sure that the decisions are correct on both of your meeting of minds on that. Another thought is if you do have investments, even if you're a property manager, you might want to have short videos on how to do things for your tenant, like how to repair drains, a clogged drain. So the tub or shower, the water isn't draining because there's hair in there. So some people don't know how to do anything. So maybe have a little video to send them on how to fix a simple thing like that. Or the toilet's plugged and you need a plunger. Most people don't know how to do that either. So might want to do that. Lint removal from a dryer. Some of the lint things are inside the machine. It's not in the front like so many are. And then last part of it is if you are doing something expensive, you should get 2 or even 3 bids. So if you're painting an entire property, or you're replumbing or redoing an entire kitchen, you're taking it off the wall and starting from scratch, it'd be a good idea to get a number of bids to make sure that you're paying the right thing. So, okay, so that's it. This is more of a concept thought on how to deal with your maintenance problems and what to do. Maybe hire a property manager so it's out of sight and mind, and you just collect your net check at the end of each month. So there you go. Hope that was interesting. And if you have a thought you'd like to be answered, love to hear from you. And have a great week, all.